Hey everybody, it's the Mouth of the South, John Schiavone, along with my co-host, the Beast of the East, Jonathan Perriente. We are the hosts of Downtown Sports, your podcast home for everything New York sports. And if you haven't heard, Anchor is the easiest way to make a podcast. Let us explain. First off, it's free.
There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Then Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and so much more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership.
It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Here's what you guys need to do. You need to download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm. Once again, download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Let your voice be heard. Be the voice of the voiceless. Anchor.fm.
What's up, everybody? It's the Mouth of the South. This is a Downtown Sports rant coming to you live from Quarantine Ashore here in New York City. I'm John Schiavone, and I want to read an article that I just came across today on USA Today. The writer is Bob Nightingale, right? It says, MLB discussing plan to start the season in late June, playing in home stadiums with realigned leagues. So already this is different than the Arizona plan. Let's get into it. Major League Baseball officials, according to Nightingale in the USA Today article, said that they are cautiously optimistic that this week that the season will start in late June and no later than July 2nd. They're looking to play at least 100 regular season games, and this is according to executives with knowledge of the talks. And, of course, they've requested anonymity because the plan is still under consideration. Yeah, we know. And not only would baseball be played, it looks like they would be played in their own major league ballparks. Although no fans, they'll still be able to play in major league ballparks. So what the MLB is considering now is a 3-division, 10-team per division plan where teams would only play within their division. It's a concept that's supposedly gaining support amongst owners and executives, and it would work to abolish the traditional American and National Leagues, and they would realign the divisions based upon geography, okay? And the last part of this says the plan is pending approval of medical experts and provided that COVID-19 testing is widely available to the public. And it says they would eliminate the need for players to be in isolation and allow them to still play at their home ballparks while severely reducing travel. And here's how they're looking at this is a possible divisional realignment structure. You would have the East Division, the West Division, and the Central Division, right? So here are the teams that would be in the Central Division. They would be grouping the Chicago Cubs and the Chicago White Sox, the Milwaukee Brewers, St. Louis Cardinals, Kansas City Royals, Cincinnati Reds, the Cleveland Indians, the Minnesota Twins, the Atlanta Braves, and the Detroit Tigers. Those would be the Central Division teams. Next set of teams that you would have would be the West teams. And here's how that division would play out. You'd have the Los Angeles Dodgers, the Los Angeles Angels. You would have the San Francisco Giants, the Oakland Athletics, San Diego Padres, Arizona Diamondbacks, Colorado Rockies, Texas Rangers, Houston Astros, and Seattle Mariners. And then the East. The East Division would consist of both the New York Yankees and my beloved New York Mets, the Boston Red Sox, the Washington Nationals, Baltimore Orioles, Philadelphia Phillies, the Pittsburgh Pirates, the Toronto Blue Jays, the Tampa Bay Rays, and the Miami Marlins. Also, they would completely eliminate the no DH rule, so the DH would be a universal thing this season. And they're looking to play 100 games, and they're saying that they predict that they could do this starting in late June, at the latest July 4th, and the season would go at least until Thanksgiving, where they think they're going to have World Series games on during Thanksgiving Day. And now I'm going to give people my opinion on this plan. So this is the third time that Major League Baseball has come out with a scenario to start the season. The first plan was about a little bit of ridiculous. They were talking about the Grapefruit League and the Cactus League. If you want details on that failed idea, you could go back and listen to the episode of Downtown Sports where me and Johnny discussed it. That, I believe, was a week or two ago, so you could check back on the episode list and listen to what we thought of that. But here's what I think of this. Rob Manfred and Major League Baseball, they are now trying to respond to the criticisms of the players, right? Players like Trout and Wheeler and others who have said that they would not submit to living in quarantine for 3.5 months just to have a baseball season, whatever their reasons might be, okay? Whatever their reasons might be. So they come out with this idea that says, okay, you don't have to be in isolation. You could play in your home stadiums, albeit with no fans in the stands. Governor Cuomo has said that June 1st he would consider allowing the Yankees and the Mets to play in their home stadiums without fans. So governors, both Democratic and Republican, seem to be a little bit on board with this. Of course, they're saying that testing has to be ramped up and there has to be an obvious reduction in overall cases, hospitalizations, death from the virus. So what do I think of all this? I almost preferred the Grapefruit and Cactus League ideas. Once again, I'm going to ask a very important question. Exactly how are you going to guarantee that any of these players are going to follow whatever stay-at-home order, quarantine order, or rules that baseball is going to put out for players in order to actually have a 2020 season? I mean, look at examples of athletes lately. Dak Prescott held a 50-person gathering at his house. Of course, they said it was social distanced and, you know, they followed all protocols, but Dak Prescott had a 50-person gathering at his home. So they're not. How can you trust that anybody who's going to be playing in the major leagues is going to follow these rules? And once again, this plan does not address what is going to be done about minor league baseball. What happens if a player gets hurt? Who's going to replace them? The minor leagues at this point have no plan on opening up. And even though you're only going to have 120 minor league organizations throughout the United States of America, that's still 120 municipalities that have to agree to let minor league baseball take place in their home fields with no fans, nobody in the stands. Here's the thing. Until you address minor league baseball and until you address what happens when players get injured or when players get sick, I think it's very irresponsible to talk about even the possibility of a 2020 season. I'm the mouth of the South, John Schiavone. This was Downtown Sports. We'll check you out next time.